Find and be found. This should be the mantra for every student in secondary and post-secondary education. I often like to ask, are we creating students who look for jobs or students who create their own? Now, oftentimes when people hear me make this statement, they think I'm advocating for all students to become entrepreneurs. And while that's always a great option, what I'm really advocating for are for students to identify early on what their interests, goals, passions are, and what it is that they truly want to do in their academic and professional journey. Too many of us today believe that we have to go through a series of different jobs before we can get to what it is that we truly want to do. And with the internet today at our fingertips, we have an entire culture shift that we're experiencing where this is no longer the case. One of the reasons I can tell you this with so much confidence is because 3 years ago, my position as Director of Innovative Learning at the Keck USC PA program didn't exist. Now, maybe like many of you growing up, I had parents who told me that if I worked hard, got good grades, and did the things that I was supposed to do, that I would unlock the keys to a successful and a stable future. And while when I graduated in 2006, this turned out to be pretty accurate, nobody told me that this deal had an expiration date. It expired at the onset of the Great Recession in 2007. And while I was always fortunate to find other jobs, the constant stream of layoffs that I was experiencing really forced me to do an audit of my life. Where was I and where did I truly want to go? What did I really want to be doing in my professional career? If you're interested in the full story, I've dropped a link down to a 3-minute video that I did where I talk about this a little bit further. But long story short, I basically decided to pursue my interest and pursue my passion and create my own position. So how do you begin crafting the position it is that you want? How do you begin that journey with intention and purpose so that each step that you take brings you one step closer to what it is you truly want to be doing? The answer: share your story with social media. People's attention is here right now, and it's up to you to share your story and show your work. As my friend Mikhail so eloquently says, begin building equity in your personal brand so you can find and be found. Too often in high school and in higher education, we wait until college applications are due or before we're about to go and apply for a job to begin investing in our personal brand and building our digital portfolio. So the million-dollar question that everybody always likes to ask is, where do I begin building my digital portfolio? Where do I begin sharing my work? The number one place that I like to recommend for everyone, regardless of their profession, is LinkedIn. After LinkedIn, I often like to recommend that people try to build a professional learning network using Twitter. The combination of those two can provide a very, very strong initial platform. After that, oftentimes it will vary. For example, if you're into design or something more creative, Instagram might be the right place for you. If you're trying to build interest around an idea, perhaps a Facebook group. The key when beginning your portfolio and when sharing your story is to not try to be on each and every single platform, but to really identify what works best for you and to begin building from there. However, imagine if you used your time in school to begin investing in your personal brand by documenting all the different types of activities, internships that you've been working on to begin sharing your story. When in a digital portfolio workshop with students, I'll often ask them to reflect on the following prompt. When thinking of digital portfolios and building my personal brand, I used to think, but now I think. Let's take a look at some of the responses. So once you have a digital portfolio, the question oftentimes that many students will ask is how you begin building that personal network. How do you begin sharing your work so that you can find and be found? In this workshop that we did at USC, I had Mikhail, owner of 712 Marketing, come and share this advice with students.
Hired at XYZ hospital. Find that department, search the hashtag, find the person on Twitter or on LinkedIn, and connect with them there. So you got to reverse engineer, right? Connect with them there and then throw them just say, what's up? That's it. You don't have to say, hey, hire me. Say what's up. And because you've been building your personal brand for a year and a half, they're going to look at your LinkedIn profile, find your blogs, because now you can upload blogs, you can upload photos, you can upload videos, all of it. When they look there, they'll already know that you're the real deal. That's what I do.
Imagine spending the years in school, documenting the different types of activities that you've been engaging in, and sharing your story with a professional learning network. When it comes time to apply to college or apply to that job, you'll have connections that you can already turn to begin pursuing the things it is that you want to do. What success have you had in building your digital portfolio and engaging on social media networks? I'd love if you could share your story down in the comments below, because you never know who it is that you might inspire. Thanks for joining me. Bye.